I see a lot of comments about, hey Mickey, you should start your own channel. Mickey needs his own channel. I only subscribe to throtl because of Mickey. That's all fine and good, guys, but understand that I am throtl. I'm one of the founding members of throtl, and for me to start my own channel really defeats the purpose of what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to grow the brand throtl that I'm associated with, and by making content for our channel, it's in turn doing that. So maybe one day I'll have my own channel, and maybe it'll be Mickey Plays Ice Hockey. I don't know. For the time being, guys, throtl is my channel. Me, Evan, Rick, Alex, the whole team. We produce stuff for the channel to grow our brand, and that's the end result for us, and that's our goal. So bear with us. We're doing the best we can, and we appreciate all the support that you guys give us. What is up, throtl family? We're back here for another week of RX-7 content. We've got some good stuff going on in the shop today. We had an amazing phone call over the weekend with BCC Unlimited up in Orange County, who is a paint and body shop who has offered to graciously work with me on the RX-7 repaint. As you guys can see, that line is really bad, and I couldn't bring myself to bring this thing out to events looking like that. So we've arranged a deal with BCC. They're gonna go ahead and take the car in this week, but you know what that means for us? That means Ricky and I gotta get this thing back on the ground and rolling again. So Rick's already here this morning. He don't mess around. So we're already putting the lower control arms and everything back on after we cleaned them and shot them with some clear coat. The engine bay, I know a lot of you guys are giving me shit about rattle canning the engine bay, but you can't deny the way this turned out. Probably gonna go ahead and have the guys at BCC throw a couple coats of clear over top of our black paint. We know we prepped it right. We know we laid down enough paint. If we clear over it, it'll be super durable for future. And this thing's really on its way to being a pretty sick little setup. Another thing that happened over the course of the last few days was we got all of our interior back from SOS Customs up in Oceanside, California. All right, just pulled into SOS Customs. Gonna go ahead and run in and drop off all of our seats in the headliner yesterday. And they've already, I think, begun working on this. So we're gonna take a look and see what they've got done so far and drop these parts off, take you along for the ride. I don't wanna give it away yet, but we've gone ahead and picked out all the materials for the seats already yesterday. While I was gone, before I came back today, Oscar already kind of laid out some of the materials that they're going to use to accomplish the look I'm going for. TJ went with a leather and suede look, which is all black, monotone with red stitching. I'm also going to go with a black leather and red stitching on the outer portions to match my steering wheel and shift boot. The center sections of the seat are going to be different. I'm gonna show the materials in this video, but I'm gonna have Evan bleep them out, so you guys are surprised when you see the finished product, because I think they're gonna turn out stellar and a little bit different than what we did on TJ's car. So here's some of the colors we have to choose from. We did go ahead and mix and match some of the regular suede and the perforated, so it should be more of an OEM look, more of a modernized look. Really excited how this is gonna turn out. These guys. Ooh. So I don't know if you guys are too familiar with RX-7 seats, but these are basically factory seats that have been recovered. We did go ahead and change up the materials. These were a black cloth material. We went ahead and went with a real leather and red stitching to match the steering wheel and all the rest of the stuff inside the car. We did add this little RX-8 Q to the seat underneath the legs, which is also real leather, and we had the foam rebuilt inside the seat so that it's basically a brand new set of seats. So pretty pumped on the way these turned out. We did go ahead and swap the pocket to the passenger side seat. It was here on the driver's side seat, but if you're in the driver's side seat, it makes it really hard to reach your arm around the back of the seat to put something in the pocket. Having the pocket on the passenger side seat is much more accessible for the driver, can reach in. If you guys know these cars, there's not a whole lot of storage inside, so having that pocket accessible to the driver is key. So thanks to SOS Customs and Oceanside for hooking us up. We're super excited to put those back in the car. But we've got one mission today, and that's to get this car out of here. We're gonna go ahead and get it back on the ground, get it on the trailer, and get it up to BCC Customs. They're gonna need the car for 2 to 3 weeks for repaint. They're gonna go ahead and sand the body down and prep it and get it ready for its new color. And I'm gonna wait to tell you guys what that color is. You're gonna have to be patient because I think you're gonna be pretty pumped when you find out what I'm doing to this thing. Anyway, we're gonna get back after it, and we'll update you guys in a little bit. All right, well, this is actually going pretty quick. While Ricky's busting out the right side, I'm busting out the left side. We've gone ahead and got the strut back in, upper and lower control arms on, and we gotta get the hub on next. Ricky's already starting on his right hub. We go ahead and get the left hub on now. So fast forward a couple hours, I've been in 3 different meetings, a conference call, and not a whole lot got done on the car, but I did go ahead and take all of the trims off. As you can see, I've removed the door, all of the trim, and the reason we removed the door is because we wanted to go ahead and, this is where the harness plugs in for the door, that your power windows and mirrors and all that stuff work through these connectors here. But we're going to run these fender mirrors, as you guys saw in the other video, and in order to make those work on the power button on the door, we have to run our own wires out of the door up into the fender well area to the mirrors. So we need to essentially drill a hole in each door. So we will go ahead and, this is the boot, which needs to be cleaned up really bad. Basically gonna drill a hole here, and then we've got a grommet that we'll install after the hole's drilled. But basically want to get these holes drilled before the car goes off for paint tomorrow morning, so that when they do paint the doors, they go ahead and paint the hole that I'm drilling, so it's not a raw metal situation. And then once we get it back, we can pop the grommets in, run the wires, and we'll be good to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill this hole, mount this door back up, get the other door off, drill the hole on that side, and put that door back on. And then we're gonna move on to rolling the fenders, because I'm gonna put a pretty aggressive wheel setup on this car at some point in time. So it's better now to do the fender rolling before it goes off the paint and body, so that if we do get any weird spots, if let's say there was Bondo in the panel before and we pop the Bondo, that we can actually, the body shop can actually fix it while it's there. So we're gonna go ahead and do that as well. That way we can put some aggressive wheels on this thing at some point. Wow, center punch actually packs a pretty good punch. Actually made a cool chip in the paint, a round chip. This is some pretty thick steel, so this might take some time. That's how it'll look when it's all done. Gone ahead and drilled a nice size hole. We'll go ahead and clean it up now with a special little tool that I use to deburr things. I guess a deburring tool. Just helps get some of the metal off of the edges. And we can probably run these wires, we'll shroud them or shield them, and probably just tie them to this one inside the door jamb, and you'll never see them. Alright, so that's a success. Both doors off, both doors drilled and reinstalled. Now we're going to move on to the fenders. Well, the rookie in me just came out. I thought I hit record on the camera and just rolled my fenders, and I actually didn't hit record on the camera. I actually turned it off. So this really awkward clip of me talking to myself and singing Kumbaya. Anyway, fenders are now rolled. As you can see, there's quite a bit of shrapnel on the floor of paint. But the fender is now fully rolled and tucked underneath. I've gone ahead and loaded both the side skirts into the car. I've got to grab the headlight covers because those need to be painted. I actually have a new set of headlight covers on the way, but we're going to paint both pairs. If you guys know anything about RX-7s, you know that those headlight covers are super fragile and they like to fly off on the freeway. So I'm going to go ahead and get 2 sets of those painted up. We did have a little special delivery today while I was in my meetings, and I haven't addressed it yet on the video, so let's go ahead and see what that stuff is that came in. Just a few parts. This I ordered through Throtl. We got front and rear sport pads from StopTech, which are good for street and track use. We've got rear slotted rotors, and these are front, or these are rear. Ah, shit, I don't know. Yeah, these are the rears because these are for the e-brake in here. So we've got new fronts, new rears slotted, 4 parts. We'll keep those bagged up and ready for when we get the car back. We've got the front and rear stainless steel lines now, so we can get rid of the rubber crap that's in there. And we've got the old Jeff spec Mazda calipers that are refinished and sanded smooth. Really like the way those turned out. So we'll go ahead and get those on when we get the car back. Last but not least, a really boring part, but once again, we've got a bunch of blue and white labels, so you know what that means. I'm a happy man. These are actually the upper and lower control arm grease boots that were all cracked on my control arms. So this is about 90 bucks worth of boots right here, as opposed to about $1,000 replacing the arms, or I don't know, 800 or 1,000 bucks to replace the arms altogether with the ball joints and the new boots. So little budget trick you can do. So the ball joints are in good shape, it's just the boots are dry rotted. So we'll go ahead and repack those with grease, put the new boots on, and we'll be off to the races. So yeah, it's gonna be an early morning tomorrow. We're gonna get down here to the hunt quarters and get this thing loaded up on the trailer and dropped off at the paint shop. We will introduce you guys to them in the morning. It's Doug from BCC Unlimited in Orange County. Looking forward to working with these guys and seeing what kind of proper job they do on this RX-7 for us. Can't wait to show you guys the new color. Hope you guys are excited. This is going to be a little bit of a setback. We've probably got about 2 or 3 weeks of shop time where this thing will be out of our hands, which is going to be really hard on me because there's things I want to get done. There's going to be parts rolling in. But the good thing is when it's done there, I've seen this guy's work and it's pretty impressive. And once the car comes back, then it'll be full speed ahead, bolting stuff on. We will have the motor in hand by then from DNA Motorsports. There will be a motor build video between now and when the car comes back, hopefully this week. Subscribe to the channel, throw us a like, leave us some comments. Hope you guys are as pumped as I am about where this is going. Stay tuned, it's gonna get real exciting.